Hi, I want to talk to you about the book American Street by Ibi Zoboi. So this is a book that takes place in Detroit, Michigan. And as the story opens, we have our protagonist who is named Fabiola, and she is on her way to the United States from Haiti. She's moving there with her mother, and they are planning to meet her mother's sister, so her aunt, and her three cousins in the city of Detroit. Well, her mother gets detained by immigration at the airport in New York City, and then Fabiola is forced to go on herself to Detroit, and her mom says that she'll catch up with her. So that doesn't ever end up happening, and Fabiola stays in Detroit, and then she starts attending high school there. She's going to enroll in school the next day after her arrival, and she starts to learn about the life of the people in the city. So she asks, what her aunt is doing and when her aunt's going to go to work. And her cousins say, oh, she's working right now. And Fabiola doesn't understand what that means. She also learns that her three cousins are notorious for, really letting people know when they step on the wrong path and get in their way, and often do this through violence. And Fabiola has no idea what she's put herself into. In the middle of all this, she also meets a young man named Kasim, and they start this relationship. But then, underlying this whole thing, we have Fabiola's wish to try to get back with her mother and try to find a way to get her mother to continue on and to meet her in Detroit. And we also have her relying heavily on her spiritual beliefs in voodoo. Now she says this isn't like the stuff that you hear, like stereotypes around voodoo curses and that there are these spiritual guides that help you. So she calls on a lot of them, and she recognizes these spirits in a lot of people around her. So it's a fascinating story if you are interested in just inner city life in Detroit. If you're interested in what it feels like for an immigrant to come into a new place and try to figure out the way the world works there, and also a lot about family dynamics. So I recommend American Street as your next read.